Good Tuesday afternoon, everybody, and welcome to a special edition of Facebook Live here at ThisWeekSports.com, our Facebook page. I'm Dave Purpura, along with Jarrod Ulrey, and we are here this afternoon to announce the Spring Sports honorees for our upcoming Winter-Spring Sports Banquet that's coming up on May 24th at Villa Milano, presented by Nationwide Children's Hospital. We were here, I think about 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, about a month ago.
Yeah, to honor the winter kids, and we've got a fresh batch of names that we're going to throw out there, and we realize a lot of seasons are still in progress, but
40 names to go, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a little tough.
It was coming up. Here we will let you know all of the names. Of course, we don't want to forget, like we said, we already invited plenty of athletes from the winter season.
I believe there was 120 winter athletes and also coaches from all the winter sports. And today we're going to announce 40 spring athletes, and there's also going to be 8 coaches that we're going to be honored. We're not going to announce those right now, but
yeah, we don't want to give everything away quite yet, because those will be our coaches of the year that we will honor in 16 days coming up. Again, that'll be at Villa Milano up on Schrock Road. Excuse me, I've lived here all my life, Schrock Road, and then remember,
really good lasagna too, if you're able to go. Hopefully,
yeah, best I've ever had myself. Well, let's go ahead and launch into this. I guess baseball right off the top.
So we'll start from baseball. We've got Mitch Milheim from Olentangy Liberty, Mitchell Smith from Pickerington North, Austin Becker from Big Walnut, Ben Gabur from Hilliard Darby, and Blake Storr from Marysville.
You have some names in there. Liberty, I think, is the top seed in the district tournament. Darby is the second seed. Mitchell Smith, I know, is an OSU-bound guy. He threw a no-hitter and a one-hitter earlier this year.
Right. I mean, he threw a no-hitter against a legitimately very good Gahanna team, and he's also a really good hitter too.
Yes, he is. Yeah, one of the top hitters for the Panthers, who are really starting to catch fire as the postseason begins. And like you said, we expect some deep postseason runs from some of these other teams.
For just some other information about the other players, Milheim is 6-0 for Liberty, 1.03 ERA. He's headed to Ohio State. Ben Gabur, another pitcher that's 6-0. He's also a very good hitter for Darby.
Yeah.
And then Blake Storr from Marysville, one of the best all-around hitters in Central District this year, hitting over 530. He's in the area leaders pretty much all year in runs scored and RBI. And then Becker he's verbally committed to Vanderbilt, or maybe he actually already signed there. But there's a good chance he's going to be picked in the Major League Baseball draft here in a few weeks.
Well, Vanderbilt's got some really good players from this area.
There's a good chance. I mean, he throws the ball 94, and he's led Big Walnut to some district titles in the past. So very special player there.
And an OCC Capital Championship that they won last week. Heading on to softball, here are your 5 finalists. Addie Kittle of Gahanna, Maya Daniel from Delaware, Emily Daniel from Marysville, Emily Gant from Central Crossing, and Sarah Gockenbach of Groveport.
Well, I think Gant, didn't she have a 30 strikeout game earlier this year?
In the very first game of the year,
yeah,
against Pickerington Central.
Pretty amazing. She's also a really good hitter as well. She's 16-3, 282 strikeouts. Her and Gockenbach have been probably the best 2 pitchers in Central Ohio this year. Gockenbach with 176 strikeouts for a very good Groveport team, 18 wins this year. And I've gotten to see Addie Kittle a few times over the years. She had a couple home runs in the state tournament last year, and she's got 16 home runs this year, which ties the program record for a Gahanna team that's been great for a long time.
Yeah.
So
they've got probably a couple games at least to go here.
Yeah.
Well, heading on to boys volleyball, you have those names.
Well, we've got Kevin Gallagher from St. Charles, Noah Plattfoot from Hilliard Darby, Russell Burke from Gahanna, and Bentley Asbell from Olentangy, and Eric Gossett from Olentangy, which that's one of your main schools.
Absolutely. They're ranked 4th in the state, 2nd in the region this week behind Hilliard Darby, and they're going to find out where they're seated next Monday night in the tournament draw. Olentangy's having an outstanding season. They've beaten a lot of state caliber teams, and these 2 guys have been definitely at the center of that all year long. And one of the few teams that they lost to was this St. Charles team back early in the season.
We had a story from Scott Hennon on Gallagher a couple weeks ago. Very excellent libero for them. And you've got Noah Plattfoot of Hilliard Darby. I believe he's already committed to Ohio State, and he's a sophomore. So very special player there. And Russell Burke is a very good player for Gahanna. Gahanna's going for a league championship tonight against Hilliard-Davidson.
Okay. Now, letting you behind the scenes a little bit, somebody screwed up because it says Dave was supposed to introduce those names, and I threw it to Jarrod. So I'm going to read the boys' tennis names, and we will go to those. Kai Britz from Thomas Worthington, Stu Burdica from Olentangy, Josh Cole of Upper Arlington, Robert Cash, and Nathan Jose from New Albany. And there's a lot of blue blood names in there, not just players,
Schools,
but programs.
Right, for sure. Yeah, I mean, Nathan Jose, yes, he plays second singles, but I think he'd be pretty much first singles for just about any other school in Central Ohio this year. And he and Josh Cole are both going to have chances to win doubles championships. And we know what Robert Cash is. I mean, a very special player.
National champion.
Got a chance to win state this year, I'm sure. And Kai Britz is he was a district quarterfinalist last year, but he's a #1 seed this year in his sectional. And Stu Burdica, state qualifier last year.
And he's a loaded Reynoldsburg sectional that also includes New Albany. And I was talking to New Albany's coach last week, and he was saying, hey, it was a tough decision with Robert and Nathan, both being very good players. And, hopefully you have to make decisions on where to put guys in the bracket, and hopefully you just give them the best chance to succeed. Now we move on to girls lacrosse.
I'll do those. We've got Molly McCormick from Olentangy Liberty, Megan Kozar and Lauren Farber from Upper Arlington, Gabby Rotherman from Dublin Jerome, and Emily Rezebeck from New Albany.
I know when we were going back and forth last week, these are just very tough choices to make, especially, if you're trying to maybe figure out one player or two players from a team or something like that. You've got Upper Arlington that's going for a 4th consecutive championship in Division I. They haven't lost in the state game since 2014.
They probably could have had 4 or 5 of the top,
realistically.
They're an exceptional team.
Yeah, absolutely. And New Albany was undefeated until losing to UA last week. And they're I think 16-1 right now.
Right.
I wouldn't be the least bit surprised to see those two meet in the state final.
McCormick was on our one of our field hockey honorees in the fall for Olentangy Liberty. Just an incredible athlete, obviously. Gabby Rotherman, she is a draw control specialist for Jerome, and just excellent at it. So, and leading them to a great season.
And over on the boys' side of things, we have Kyle Milliron from Olentangy, Skylar Wayland, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing
Skylar Wallen
from Olentangy Liberty, Cam Bowdy from Dublin Kaufman, Jack DeSantis of DeSales, and Will Robbins of Upper Arlington. When we were talking right before going on the air, Jack DeSantis is kind of the center of that DeSales defense, and they beat Dublin Kaufman, which beat Upper Arlington last week to win that league title. Kaufman is, clearly one of the top teams in the state when you can beat a very good team like UA. Kyle Milliron is 100 and 100 goal and assist scorer in his career.
I believe he's only the 8th player. I believe I read that in your story.
Yeah, as of the time I wrote the story.
History.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing. DeSantis, you didn't mention he's going to Maryland.
Yes, he is.
I think that kind of speaks to how great of a player he is when you think about that program.
Yeah, and you've got, Olentangy Liberty that was a regional champion last year, actually beat Olentangy in the regional final last year. Dublin Kaufman split the league title with UA and won it outright this year.
That's right. Bowdy's going to Denison, Robbins is going to North Carolina, Wallen's going to Ohio State. So lots of great players in there.
Yeah. Actually, I'll have a story in the UA edition this week about Will Robbins going to North Carolina and how his recruitment unfolded. Now we move into boys track. League meets are this weekend for them. Lucas Bonds of Dublin Kaufman, Zach Harrison of Olentangy Orange, Alec Freimer of Hilliard Bradley, Davon Anderson of Hilliard Bradley, and Brandon Mosher of Big Walnut. Looking at these names, these are guys not only that have area notoriety, but some national notoriety. What was it, a couple of weeks ago, Zach Harrison at 200, just a blistering time. This kid's a football.
He's not, he's a big kid too. Think about that. That's got to be intimidating if you're out on the track with him when he's running the 200. Wow. Just get out of the way. My goodness. Mosier is first in the area in the shot put and discus. He's throwing 165 in the discus. That's going to get him state. He's going to be in the mix for championship there. Freimer, the one thing that's really impressed about him is he could do several. He's going to have some events to pick from. He could do the 200, the 110 hurdles, the 300 hurdles. He could do the 100. Exceptional kid, and same with Davon Anderson. Another football player.
From the great receiving corps that Hilliard Bradley had this year.
That's right. But he's a very good long jumper, and he's also an excellent hurdler, and he can run the 200. So, and then Lucas Bonds has pretty much been the most consistent distance runner in Central Ohio this spring so far, And I mean, obviously, yeah, we've got some meets to go, but he's first in the area in the 1600, and he's also ranked very high in the 800 and 3200.
Yep.
So.
District meets start a week from today with track, and girls track is our final one.
This is our last one. We've got, well, we'll start off with Abby Steiner, the 3-time state champion in the 200 from Dublin Kaufman, Grace Fry from Olentangy Orange, Jaden Wood from Pickerington Central, Sophie Lewis from Hilliard Davidson, and Madison Martinez from Gahanna.
Yep, you look among that, I mean, you know, everybody knows about Abby Steiner, what a career she's had. Jaden Wood was an indoor state champion.
That's right.
400. Madison Martinez was on a team state indoor champion in the 400. I mean, that's something Gahanna takes very seriously, as you well know, covering them.
Martinez has been putting up some really amazing times in the 800 and the 1600. I mean, I believe she is first in the area in both events right now.
Pretty good volleyball player, too, isn't she?
Yeah, real good volleyball player. And then, you know, Sophie, last week when we were working on this, she was second in the area in the 800 and the 1600, and she's also on the 3200 relay, which is first in the area for Hilliard Davidson, which has a fantastic distance program out there.
Yep, absolutely it does. So those are your names, and of course, if you missed anything, this will be posted on our Facebook page when you can watch it on demand anytime you want to. And don't forget, the banquet is May 24th at Villa Milano, presented by Nationwide Children's Hospital. We will be there for our, 40 here today, 120 winter athletes. So there are going to be a lot of people honored.
We're hoping.
As we wind down the school year.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a very busy time. I mean, that's also the same day as it's the day in between the regional Division I in track. I mean, the 23rd is the opening day, and then the 25th is the regional final. So we're hoping we can get some track athletes there, and it's the day before the state tennis tournament. So it's a very busy time, but you know, we feel like it's important to honor as many people as we can.
And regional baseball semifinals are that day as well.
That's right.
Around this time, I'm sure we'll be coming from covering some things, but we will have we'll keep you posted on everything that's going on. Thank you so much for joining us here this afternoon. For Jarrod, Ulrey, I'm Dave Purpura. So long, everybody.